So welcome back, everyone. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. I have my guests that have been on with me now several times, and we got to talk about people eating right now, okay? And what restaurant you might be eating lunch at, or even where you're going to go tonight. Everybody's thinking about where I want to eat. And a lot of times people don't maybe have the restaurant that they really like because that one that they like maybe have closed, right?
Yes,
So
unfortunately.
I want you first, I'm going to introduce Tom Duhigg and Kevin Trumbull. They are the owners of Rise from the Ashes Consulting. You got to tell everybody first a little bit about yourselves, what you do, and how you can help those restaurants that are failing. I hate to say this, but that are failing. Go ahead, get up on that mic.
Well, I've owned 2 restaurants in my career. One was almost a miserable failure. I had to figure that out, which helped me help my next restaurant that I opened, which actually, with Kevin's help, became a local destination and a institution at a very quick time. Yeah, so we've done it before, and Kevin's done it for other restaurants too. And then since then, the last 30 years, I've just been helping either large brands and independent restaurant owners kind of do the same thing. And when I put my system together, and I looked at it as like a 90-day sequential fix. And sure enough, in 90 days, we were able to turn around restaurants that are struggling, sales and cash flow, if they follow the system and follow the processes. So we're here to help struggling restaurants and really other businesses that are struggling.
That's very true.
Yes,
this works for but businesses as well as restaurants. But you like to focus on them. Obviously, you have gone through it. You've been through their shoes, but you've also got a proven system that turns you around within 90 days. And it is awesome what you do.
Yes.
Okay, so today, you talk to me a little bit about what you want to talk about, and because you've got a book there that I want to also kind of see what that is. It's underneath those papers.
Yes,
go ahead.
Interesting. Yeah, so our last show was very fun with Susan. How's she doing?
Susan She's doing great.
If you're listening today, thank you very much, because this is our second show.
Really
it's a follow-up from the Susan.
Yeah.
So her main issue was she couldn't find the restaurants, the destination restaurants. Well, she'll drive far to go to, right? And really, the problem is, the number one reason why customers quit going to restaurants is operational issues, right? It's operations, it's problems, slow service, poor food, whatever. That's the number one reason they stated. And then along with that is, we brought up in the other show, was customers' minimum experience, or minimum standards are very high, right? You said you want pristine.
I want the place to be pristine. I want the food to be nice and hot, delivered to me right on time.
Yep, no waits, no mistakes.
Delicious.
Right, we're spending hard-earned money.
Yeah.
So you want it, you have these standards.
Right, and you would think that would be just normal, but it's really not.
Right.
Well, because they don't understand the connection between poor operations and customers' minimum high standards is why they're losing.
How do they not know that? I gotta ask that.
Well, and we're gonna get into that too, more.
Okay.
So number one, they don't self-evaluate. They think good is good enough, right? And it really, but then when we walk in, you or and anybody walk in, like, I expect a nice greeting at the door. I don't expect somebody's barking at me. I don't expect to sit down and wait 10 minutes to get a menu, or wait, 20, 30 minutes for my food. That's just unacceptable.
Or for the food to be not
cold,
cold,
hot food,
not hot,
cold food,
not
hot.
high.
No. I don't expect any of that. So I come with high expectations. In fact, Kevin and I, there are restaurants that just will not fix it. They just refuse. This is how they want to operate. So we want to help them too. So we have a sign that we'll give them, and it says, if you don't like what you see, just lower your standards. Welcome in.
Yeah.
Just lower your standards.
Yeah, if you lower your standards, we'll be okay
You'll
for
be
you.
happy
You'll be
every
happy,
time.
right?
Yeah. Cockroaches in the kitchen.
We're good to go.
Now, there are some exceptions to the disappointment every time. There are some rare exceptions where you'll go to a restaurant because they have one item that you really like. You know it's going to be slow. You know it's just going to be a train wreck, but you like it so much. Kevin, why don't you talk about that soup story? This is true story.
Listen up, this is so funny. This is crazy.
This just happened just a little bit ago. It's a restaurant that we go to all the time. So my wife has a particular soup that she absolutely loves, and it's hard to find. And this one restaurant is a restaurant that we drove 22 miles to go out there and get this soup. We get out there, and they didn't have it. So,
That's
so
like,
22 miles
That's the
one
only thing
way,
they won't-
and they
that's
were
the
out
only
of
thing.
stock. They just ran out, right?
that's so funny that you said that. I'm gonna say something afterwards. Go ahead.
But then, and I told Tom, and Tom says, well, why don't you call him first? Great idea, you know, duh, let's call him first. Call him, the phone's ringing.
Oh, I hate
They
that.
don't-
They didn't pick up the phone, so
Yeah.
you drive back out there, guess what, we just ran out of the soup again.
Oh,
So
gosh.
it's just frustrating.
So you don't go anymore.
I have a
Yes.
funny one that
Mhm.
now that you bring that up. So, and I can say this because I don't think they're around anymore. My brother went to Boston Chicken.
Okay.
They were out of chicken. How does Boston Chicken be out of chicken?
That just happened to us recently at a KFC.
Really?
Yeah,
How do they
KFC.
get out of chicken?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
true.
Pretty
that's
funny.
crazy.
It's
It
true.
is. Go ahead.
So those are the problems, operational, but they don't blame the operations. They're worried about the economy. They're worried about tariffs. They're worried about, latest we heard is immigration reform.
Immigration reform.
And the
I
restaurant
just-
industry is gonna tank if we don't have immigration. Really? It's not that I can't get hot food in your place. It's not that I go for soup and you don't have it. It's not that you don't answer the phone. It's
Right.
not that your place is dirty. It's not that, none of that has to do with it, right? It's
They get
external forces.
They
fixated on
give
one thing.
excuses.
Excuses.
Yes, they do. So another aspect of this is, you know, customer standards are super high, but people, they just want satisfaction, right? As long as my customers are satisfied, right,
Yeah, they'll come back.
they'll come back and say, no. Satisfaction is not even the ante into the game.
You know what? If it's lousy, I'm sorry, I'm not
Yep.
coming back. And
Right.
even if you do come back the second time and it's either the
Yep.
same or worse, you're not coming
Yep.
back.
So Carol, have you ever heard customer satisfaction is worthless and customer loyalty is priceless? Have you ever heard that?
No.
Yep. Does that sound like a radical new idea coming out?
No,
right?
but to me, you
Randy?
know who I am.
Yep.
To me, that's just part of who I am, right?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
like you said, it works for any business. It is who I am, but most people are not like
And they
that.
hear, they go, and you hear the commercial, we have a 5-star satisfaction rate. Okay, if they're satisfied, they're not coming back. Because anybody that's better than satisfaction, they're gonna steal your business.
Right, absolutely.
It's not enough. So this book, Satisfaction, customer satisfaction is worthless, customer loyalty is priceless.
So it is. Customer satisfaction is worthless. Customer loyalty
Is
is
priceless.
priceless.
So it's new-
I'm gonna put up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Go
look
ahead.
at it.
So
on
I didn't come up
Facebook,
with this, but when I first heard about that, I go, it was transformational.
Mhm.
Of now I can pass this message on. But you know, this is a new idea, right? When was this published?
Let me see. Okay, 1998. That was 1998?
That was
This book was-
1998.
I don't think you can find this book anymore.
That's really funny. What do you think?
1998, they said customer satisfaction is worthless back in 98. And we incorporated it into our,
Yes.
it is
in
true.
road Training.
And so they have customer satisfaction surveys. I'm a 5. I don't care. Those people are probably not gonna do business with you again. Because somebody's gonna be that much better.
I
Even
wanna
that much better,
I know.
you're gone.
It's crazy. But you know what, guys? You have to think about this. Maybe it's you're sitting there, you're a restaurant owner, you're gonna get ready
Mhm.
tonight to go open your restaurant.
Yep.
You know, maybe take it to the next level. How do you know what to do? That's where you come in.
Yes.
Within 90 days, it is a proven system that turns you around, I should say it that way, within 90
90
days. Can you imagine? Because there's a lot of people out there that are closing
Mhm.
by the minute, right? We know it. It happens
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
You see a restaurant, boom, it's gone.
gone.
Okay, go ahead, Tom.
So first thing we do is look at the operations. The first thing, are they exceeding expectations? Or are they after satisfaction? Are they going above and beyond?
Mhm.
Or are they disappointing? And most of the ones that we see, they're just
Yeah,
disappointing.
disappointment. It's a disappointment.
Yep.
Yeah. And when you pay a lot of money and it's a disappointment,
Yep.
you're not going back. You work statewide. His phone number
Mhm.
is 520-907-8409. You do complimentary consultations.
Yep.
They're here to help. That's what they're here. Maybe you're listening right now, you got a favorite restaurant, you're sitting right now eating at a restaurant and it's lousy. Tell them to call this number and they can
Absolutely, yes.
turn you around within 90 days. Their website is risefromtheashesconsulting.com. We got a minute before we go to break. Go ahead.
The other thing is that from the show was, how much is a customer worth, right? So why would I want to exceed expectations? Because, well, how much does a customer spend in your restaurant? $20, $50, $100? remember?
We figured it out, and I spent over $60,000 at one establishment over a 20-year period because of friends and family going with us and everybody that we come in with. So
60,000.
don't lose that $60,000 customer. Don't look at them as a one-time thing.
Right, that's what's huge, is because for you, it's not just that one time.
It's not.
It's, I want you to come back, I want you to tell your friends, because when your restaurant is good, my husband is at it, let me tell you, that's number one. But when it's good, you always tell somebody about
Yes.
that. And it's all about that experience and how good it is. So we're gonna
Exactly
go to a
right.
break, we're gonna come back, we're gonna talk further. The phone number to call is 520-907-8409. Check them out. It's risefromtheashesconsulting.com, a proven system that turns you around within 90 days. You want to still talk because
Yeah,
we're live on
sure.
Facebook?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So keep on going.
Yeah, so another example. We always say that this isn't just for restaurants. So Kevin, why don't you talk about your insurance company experience?
So just the other day, I needed insurance on the pool business. And so I went back to one of the other lenders that we had. And I called her out. She answered the phone right away, which was great. You
Great.
don't get that very often anymore. And she said, "Oh yeah, I see you in our system. Everything's great. But everybody's in a meeting right now.
All the
So
sales
we'll
reps.
all the sales reps are in a meeting, so we'll call you right back." Okay, I'm ready to buy insurance right now. I need it right now, right?
600 a month or 700 a month.
Yeah, it was about $600-700
Yeah.
a month that we need to do some coverage. No phone call, no phone call, no phone call. 2 hours later, I call another rep, the other insurance that we had, and I said, "Hey, Ashley, I need to," she goes, "Kevin," I haven't had her insurance in 5 years. "Kevin, how you doing? How's things going?" "Great, Ashley, I need to sign back up with you for pool insurance." She goes, "Great, here's the quote," boom. While we were talking, the quote was over, the thing. She's a little more expensive, but
Who cares?
the service was there.
You wanted
You
it.
weren't price shopping.
Absolutely, I wasn't price shopping, I just needed.
For
to-
anybody to let somebody go like that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's ludicrous, okay?
Yes. What was more
Because they're
important,
com-
Carol, the new customer or
Or
a
the
meeting?
And I just can't, they're probably at lunch too, they're probably not really at a meeting. But you know what I don't like about that is here, like you said, you let that person go, it's a fish, it goes, it's gone.
Gone.
You
Yes.
can't get that
Exactly.
back.
They're gone. They're gone.
They're gone, it's
So
very difficult.
reverting back to the restaurant industry, it's the same thing. You cannot run out of supplies.
Yeah.
You cannot not answer your phone. You cannot treat customers poorly one day and then, "But I'm good most of the time" to these customers. Or you cannot not clean your restaurant. You like a pristine restaurant.
Yeah.
So one time, then you go back a second time, give them a second chance, and same thing. Just look, guys, we all work really, really, really hard for our money, correct? So I'm gonna spend it in a place that I'm gonna get the most value for my dollar. I don't care if it's a little more expensive, just like the insurance
Right.
thing.
Doesn't matter.
I don't care, as long as I'm getting the value for my dollar. When I go to work and I make that money and I come back, I feel good about spending it.
Yeah,
No
I
regret.
think I might have
Buyer's
mentioned
remorse.
this when we were on the other, last Friday, I like Mexican food, okay? And there's a lot of places
There's
that you
200.
can go
There's 200.
anywhere for Mexican food.
Yeah.
I wanna go to the one that I like that's almost 25 minutes away from me.
The
And why
Because
is
it
that?
is what it
Yeah.
is.
The
Exactly.
destination.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's great.
So, welcome back. We're talking about restaurants. You might be eating one right now. You might be going to one tonight. We're talking about failing restaurants, the ones that you know that you probably aren't going to go back to again, or the next time you went to it, it was closed.
Yes.
There's usually a good reason for that. And we're talking about you, Tom, have a proven system. You've done it yourself. You've done it for others. You've done it for many of them, even a big one. Wasn't it Meebies that you turned
Yep.
around? I mean,
Helped
we're
them.
talking about some major restaurants that he has turned around. If you're listening, maybe you know somebody who owns the restaurant. Going in there right now, walk in. Let's turn this place around. Because we know that the food sometimes is good. So you know that you can do it. You just have to do it consistently,
Yep.
is what it's all about too.
And they need to change quickly.
Right.
Because every day that they operate poorly, they're losing regular customers.
Regular
And new
customers
customers
that
not coming
come back.
It's fast. So the first thing we do is look at operations. We look at, are you guys meeting the minimal standards? We define that. What is the minimum standard here? It's high. What's your minimum, are you meeting it? And if they're at least meeting those minimum expectations, we're on the right path. But that's
Okay.
the first thing we do. Now we want to try to exceed them. But you can't exceed them until you're at least meeting them.
Right.
Right? So we look at that operation, and Kevin starts working on the marketing and all that at the same time, because we're going to evolve this restaurant. So what we want to do is, and the only way you're going to survive is these things, these steps. You have to be the go-to restaurant. For what? So what's your go-to restaurant for Mexican food? I drive 20 miles, right? What's your go-to restaurant for Italian? This one.
Yeah.
How about burgers? There, right? So you have to be the go-to. If you're the me too, forget it. You can't be the me too, because then your menu looks just like everybody else, you taste like everybody else, you sound like everybody else. So you can't, if you're a me too, you're gonna struggle.
Right.
You gotta be the go-to. And then when you, as we're working with the operations, we're looking at the menus, we're making them the go-to place in their market, then they become the destination. Because I will drive to this place. It's so consistently good. You don't want to be the place they're driving by to get to their destination.
Right.
That's what, right? Most
Yeah.
people are. And we have a saying that says, why would they eat at your place instead of drive by you to go to their destination place? You need to be the destination.
Right.
And so we help them frame that. And then as Kevin's working with that destination now, the marketing is evolving that we're showing off that these people are the go-to, they are the destination. And then eventually you become the institution, which Kevin helped me become an institution. And I wasn't even going to do it with him. He was doing it just because that's what he did. I had people come and I had a little hole in the wall. It was a ballroom and a Mexican restaurant, but we learned how to operate it right. We were operating at high levels. I was getting people from Lake Havasu, from Phoenix, from Indio, I'm like, where are they coming from? I'm not reaching them. Kevin was reaching them for me.
Through the marketing.
Through the marketing
through the
radio
market.
station
And he
and
made my
commercials.
little Mexican restaurant in a ballroom because we were doing oldie dedication bands. And he's like, you guys go check out these oldies dedication band. If you're in this area, you need to come. And it was going all over the
That's
place.
fabulous.
And we became an institution. I didn't know where they're coming from. My partner's saying, where are they coming from? I have no clue.
But everything
But they're
else
coming.
was right. Everything
Oh,
else
the
was
food
right.
was
All
great.
the operations
Everything
was
was
right.
perfect.
The food
Flawless.
was on flawless. Chips were hot.
Shiny.
Yeah.
So when everything is in place, that's what makes it an institution.
And we've
You're doing
talked
something
about that
unique.
where
Right.
we're pulling the incongruency out. We're not telling you to do more.
Replacing. Yep.
Replacing it with the congruency. And man, people respond.
Yeah.
People want to spend their money. They're okay with a little bit of extra. And it goes a long
Absolutely,
way.
and I have to say something really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, you'd say, well, some of these things sound so obvious. Well, if they're
They are.
so obvious,
Why
aren't
people
you
doing
doing it?
Correct.
You don't do it because you don't want to,
Some don't want to.
okay?
Mhm.
Or,
There are some other barriers in the way that we want to get
okay,
in.
well, we'll get it, see, I'm
Yep.
starting to get
Yeah.
There's
serious.
a lot
digging
of
deep
a lot
here.
of being in the forest. Can't see the forest. You can't see the tree from
Right.
the forest.
So a lot of people say, so how do I do it? Where do I start? Well, we start with an assessment, right? We have them honestly fill out an assessment. So it's basically saying, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 means you are the go-to, you are the destination, and you are the institution in training, right? Anything less than 10, they need to tell us why.
Right,
Why aren't you the go-to? Dead silence. Where's your profit going? And we dig deep, and we see all the same things, right? And when we read that assessment, we come back. They say the crazy stuff.
they do.
They're not
But they make excuses.
excuses.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them now. Very rare do we get a reason that really is out of their control. Very rare. There are some of those, but normally you'll hear they're blaming all these
Right,
other things.
everybody always blames everybody else.
So what we do is after they do the assessment the first time, we work with them, and we pull out the excuse deck.
I love it. Yeah, I love these excuse decks. I got one too.
It's
Deck of
52
cards.
cards.
Got it?
Now these are real excuses. So Carol, take the card off the top.
Okay.
Read me the excuse. These
Okay,
are
and
real
the-
excuses.
The excuses on the top?
Yeah.
I can't get my employees to do their job.
And what's the answer to that?
So who exactly do they work for? Who puts their name on the schedule?
And I say every pencil has an eraser on the other end.
Yeah.
And I like to add who signs their check.
And who writes the check?
Who
Pick
writes
another
the
excuse.
checks?
Another excuse.
Okay, there we go.
There's
Let me
another
get
one.
another one really quickly here. We hired the wrong people. Okay, that's always a good one.
Hire the wrong people.
Maybe they are working for the wrong boss. That's
Mhm.
funny.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
One
Yeah.
more, let's do
One
another.
more,
These
one
are
more,
real,
one more.
real excuses we get.
They are. You get.
This
you
is
put
why I
on
can't be a
over and over
This is
and
why I
over.
can't be a
What
destination.
you hear all the time.
This is why I can't be the go-to.
Okay, I like this one. It's the government's fault. Okay, yeah, it's always that.
Yep.
So there will always be a government, what does that say?
Intrusion.
Intrusions, stay ahead of them.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we can always have excuses, but if you want to do what you want to do, if you really want to, you would call them and let them help you turn your restaurant or business, but restaurant is what they like to focus on,
Mhm.
and turn it around in 90 days, making a profit, or at least,
The cash flow rapidly increases.
Okay.
Because we're replacing things that are hurting them with things that help them.
right,
And in the first 30 days, there's a lot of work that we do. And the second 30 days is you ramp up the marketing because
Yeah.
things are getting better inside. We don't want to market if it's not ready.
right, no.
So there's a lot of work we're doing with training and hiring. We redo all the hiring structure. We look at all the systems in place, the recipes. Do people know what they're doing, right? And can they find out quickly? So then as they're getting better, after 60 days, now Kevin's ramping up the marketing. He's added another layer of marketing. After 60 days, they have these new habits. And in the 90 days, the last 30 days, we start seeing the results.
Yeah,
And then he also kicks up the marketing even a third notch, because now they're ready. And this is where the acceleration keeps going, because now they're doing all three aspects, the trifecta, and their operations have improved, they're hiring better, they're more profitable, they're tracking that they never did before.
And all the
in 90
while,
days.
there's butts and seats.
there's one thing that you mentioned over and over and over again when we first started. We said you want to take them to accelerate
Mhm.
their business,
Accelerate.
their restaurants. You can accelerate it. You probably even know some of these things of what to do,
Mhm.
but you need somebody that's gonna be, it's like a coach,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
And to be able to help you, but not only help you, turn it around, help you start seeing some growth, which is awesome, within 90 days.
Yep. We give them a 90-day roadmap. Let's say they don't want to use us, right?
Mhm.
We still give them the roadmap. Here's what you need to do. We've tracked it. It takes 12 to 18 months for them to do it on their own. They'll
Okay.
get there, right?
Mhm.
They can do it on their own. With us, we accelerate that to 90 days.
But I'm gonna say this, probably you give them that
We
roadmap,
do, yeah.
right? Here you go. How many people do it? Probably not a lot.
No, there's one that
Right.
a year later came back and said, hey, can we talk about that roadmap? But look at how much you've lost
Right.
by not implementing. Now you're even hurting more,
Mhm.
and now you want to go back to your roadmap. Sure, we'll
Right.
help you, but just think if you would have taken action.
Right. It would have been that so
A
much
year
better.
ago.
A year
Yeah.
ago. We want these businesses, you know, a lot of people that open restaurants, it's a family restaurant like that.
Mhm.
They started with their heart and
Yeah.
soul into it.
Mm.
And they just don't see what they need
Yeah.
to do to make it right. It isn't about just serving mediocre food.
Nope.
If it's cold, and if it is, and it happens one time, what do you do to
Right.
make it right?
Mhm.
You gotta make that, so they're coming back and going, wow, they really made it a whole different, and you were so excited to be back again.
And we love opening restaurants from scratch because we don't have to
Tell
fix
them
anything.
about that.
We don't have to fix anything.
Yeah.
We set them up from day one to be successful in 90 days.
Right.
To
And
be
again-
profitable, not a year and a half, not 2 years. They start seeing profit, not just profit, but they can take, our goal is to have them to take cash draws. They can start paying their bills at home.
And we
At a
have
brand
people
new
on our
restaurant.
team that actually are consultants on the equipment, they're consultants
Yeah.
on the lease agreements. It's not just
It's not us,
us.
we got a
Yeah.
team of professionals.
so-
But
that
the
come in.
powerful dynamics of the accelerator will increase their profitability within 90 days.
A proven system that turns you around within 90 days? You guys are crazy. That's something I would never want what I started out from scratch to close.
Right.
I want it to succeed.
Yes.
You need a little help. So all you have to do is give them a call. Their phone
Mm-hmm.
number is 520-907-8409. They're statewide. They do complimentary consultations. That's the website is risefromtheashesconsulting.com. Call them today.